here because we're trying to get him on before we log off here tonight. What else is going on here? Anything we need to know?
Chris, it's called. I think we should do our picks. Who we think is going to win the U.S. Open on Sunday?
Okay, let's do our picks. Waiting for Anthony Simonsen to join us. Speaking of the United States Open, how's our good friend?
Scores are really good. Chris Barnes is still in the top. Chris Barnes is still in the top 10. C Squad is doing really well. Kyle Troop is up there. Anthony Simonsen, who's about to join us.
Okay. Well, we got Anthony Simonsen here on the phone as we speak. So, Anthony, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I appreciate you reaching out and having me on.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for coming on. How was day one for you? Defending your championship.
Overall, if you would have told me that I was going to have plus 27 for the day before we bowled, I probably would have signed my score sheet and turned it in. Overall, I'd say it was a consistent day. I don't think I bowled a game higher than 220. And then I bowled 180 the last game to kind of slow me down a little bit. But for not competing in about 2 months, I will definitely take that start for this year.
How difficult is this to be? Because last year you won the title. Now you're everybody's coming for you. You're the guy. You got the championship. You got the jacket, and you're going to defend your title. How difficult is it for you to get with that? Do you have pressure for that, or are you used to that?
For me, it's more or less just kind of battling myself at the moment. It's been so long since we have competed that my main goal was to not really get myself in trouble the first couple games, and was fortunate enough to do that. So for me, I don't really put too much pressure in that aspect of it. Every day is a new day and like a new event. So it's kind of one of those things, go out and bowl as well as I can each day, and then we'll see where that leads me at the end of the week.
That's cool. Adam, you got a question?
Yeah. First of all, good luck on repeating on Sunday, and tell us about the step ladder format. You tell the top 5, it's the top 9. The 2 days step ladder format. What are your thoughts on it?
It'll be a little interesting. I know in years past the PBA has done a couple shows, I believe, out of like the World Series, where they had multiple shows for one specific title. It will be interesting because, normally, or I would say normally, but, there are some times where a couple guys tend to run away and hide from, the cut line for the TV show. So with there being a few more spots, I think that strategically could come into play the last block or two of match play. It'll be, hopefully to make the show, I'd rather be on the Sunday show already, but it would definitely make for a pretty interesting story if somebody who qualifies on that Saturday show makes a deep run on Sunday to win the event.
Yeah, I think that's what the PBA wants to see. Some people who, because it's like what 5? It's like 5 through 9, so it's like a weird step ladder final thing on match play, and then the 5th seed is actually the guy who wins it. So it's going to be really hard for him. I feel like he might have the advantage on Sunday bowling on the pair, right?
Yeah, having a couple games or at least a game under his belt prior to Sunday. Will definitely help. Winning matches on TV is not the easiest thing to do. So to be able to win 6 or 7 of them in a row to bring home, especially a major title, would definitely be a pretty unique story in its own right.
Yeah. So you won 10 PBA titles already, 4 majors. Did you, when you were growing up, did you watch a lot of the bowling on TV? Did you watch a lot of ABC Sports? How did you get involved with bowling?
Yeah, so my parents basically every weekend were recording the shows for me, and I would go bowl league on Saturday mornings, and if we weren't able to watch the show live, it was taped, and I was watching it pretty quickly after it came out. Both my parents bowled semi-competitively. My brother was Also a pretty competitive bowler, bowled junior gold a couple years, stuff like that. I started at the age of 3, just kind of hanging out in the bowling alley. It was one of those deals where the parents were bowling league on one side, and I was kind of down on the other side, hassling people for dollar bills to go play games or to just bowl a few games myself. I definitely didn't expect to have this much success this early in my career, and it goes by quick. Honestly, it doesn't. It's been about 7 years since I've won the Masters title here in this building, and when you stop and I think about that, it just truly doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Yeah. Well, I've talked about that bowling alley because I'm making the trip out there this Saturday. I'm driving from Maryland all the way out there. It's a good 9 hours. It's fine with me. I don't care. Friday night we'll do it. What am I expecting to get there? Because I heard this is like the mecca of bowling. Like they have banners who won titles. There's
yeah. So it'll be one of the cleanest bowling centers I think you'll get to see. Whenever you're down there, hopefully I'm still in town and bowling on the show, but I'll let you poke your head in the back, down by our paddock area, and their machines, like in the backside, those guys keep those things in that back area spotless.
Wow.
And I think in terms of them doing that, knock on wood to not jinx the mechanics at all, but the machines generally run really, really well here with very few issues. Wait staff, food staff, counter staff, everybody is just top notch. And they always take really, really good care of us, coming into town.
Nice. Man, you got a question for Anthony before I let him go?
Yes. Well, Anthony, what would you have to do to repeat your title?
I said one of the keys for me this week was just getting off to not necessarily a great start in terms of score, but just comfortable or being able to get comfortable as quickly as I can on the lanes. And I feel like I was able to do that today and kind of got through what I think was going to be one of the more challenging patterns for myself. So now that that's done with a decent score, I think tomorrow will be a day where there's a few more strikes thrown, and hopefully I'm able to kind of take advantage of that and set myself up with a little bit of breathing room going into that 39-foot pattern the last day.
That's cool. Well, Anthony, thank you so much for coming on. I know you had a busy day. I know you want to go relax and get prepared for tomorrow, but thank you so much for coming on, and hope to see you Saturday and hopefully Sunday. Hopefully, we hope to see you out there.
Yeah, well, safe travels. I appreciate you having me on, and make sure you say hello if you see me.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Have a good one.
See you. All right, bye. All right, that's Anthony Simonsen, the 2022 United States Open winner, and I've been dying to get him on the program since day one.
Well, there you go, Chris.
And when Chris, you finally got him on.
I know. It's like, I don't want to say thank you to the folks there at, out in the United States Bowling Congress, who you could go to bowl.com to follow the qualifying going on. And how's our buddy Kyle Troop going? Looks like
he's doing really well. It's been a grind so far, Chris. But tomorrow's a new day, and I think it's time we make our clicks to pick on who we all think is going to win the U.S. Open on Sunday.
Yeah. So let's do. Well, first of all, let's do Saturday, because I think Saturday is going to be very interesting because you got that final spot. Like top, the 5th spot. Normally you get the top 5 and it's already done, but Saturday they got to go. They got to come in the morning. They got to bowl at 9 o'clock in the morning Saturday. Get to the top 20. The top 24 or the top 12, and then they had to bowl. I guess they got to bowl a couple matches to get down to the final 5 of those people on. This is like the old-fashioned what I used to do on Saturday afternoons.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit different. You don't, instead of winning a title, you go bowl for a title on Sunday, and they're trying something new, and I appreciate what they're doing. I think this is a good way to try to get new people to tune into the telecast. Because we had Flow TV years ago, last couple of years, and no one get an opportunity to watch match play because you don't have $15 an hour, $13 to pay for it.
Well, true, yeah. Actually, Chris, I'll tell you a match story. When I went to Shawnee, Oklahoma in 2016 or it was 2017. I went out to Shawnee